Hello and welcome to this edition of Flash Tutorials. In this tutorial you'll learn how to build a simple preloader for your Flash content that you can either use for a website or animation. So why use a preloader anyway? Flash loader is useful in preventing partial loading of a movie while it plays. The preloader is usually made attractive to the viewer to keep them occupied while the full Flash movie is loading in the background. Alright, so let's get started. The very first thing we gotta do is gotta create a new Flash Action Script 3 file. And we're gonna begin by adding two new layers. The very first layer, we're gonna double click on it and we're gonna rename it Content. The second layer, we're gonna double click it and we're gonna name it Preloader. The third layer, we're gonna double click on it and call it Actions. Now we select the second frame of each layer and we're going to hit F7. We're going to click on the second frame in the content layer and we're going to File, Import to Stage, any image that you have. Now we're going to click on the second frame in the actions and we're going to hit F9. We're going to add a stop function in there. Now we go back to the very first frame in the actions layer. I'm going to hit F9 and I'm going to paste in there the action script needed to make the preloader work. Now you may pause the video anytime that you need it. You may refer back to it. You got to make sure that you copy exactly everything you see on the screen. Okay, we go next to the preloader layer and we're gonna start by selecting our outline color and our fill color. Mine's are black and red. We're gonna click on the rectangle tool and we're gonna make a simple rectangle. We're gonna double click on the outline and we're gonna hit F8 to convert it to a symbol. We're gonna rename it to outline. But before we do that, we gotta go and double click on the whole thing and we gotta set the parameters to width 350 and the height to 25. Now we double click on the outline and hit F8 and rename it to outline. I'm gonna set the type to movie clip and registration we're gonna center it. Now we click on the fill and we hit F8. We're going to call this rectangle. And the registration, we're going to set it to the left of the center. Now we got to give an instance name, and the instance name, it has to be rectangle underscore clip in order for the preloader to work. Now that that is set and done, we got to add a function that tells the person how much of the content is actually loaded. So we're going to click on the text tool. We're going to select dynamic text and right below the preloader we're just going to set a box in there and we're going to call the box text underscore clip. We're going to get selection tool and just move it just below it or just to the center. Now all we gotta do is hit Control, test movie, and to view the preloader in action we're gonna simulate the download to DSL, and there it is working. Now to demonstrate that again, we're going to download settings, we're going to go to DSL, and we're going to simulate the download. As you can see, the preloader is functioning as it's supposed to. I want to thank you for joining me in this tutorial, and I wish you good luck until the next one. Bye bye.